the underperformance of the NSE, probably couldn't be a better time to launch two fixed income funds.
You're correct, Chris. The capital market has lost around 70% of its market value since the stock market crash began around 21 months ago. So what we've decided to do is to issue two new fixed income mutual funds for investors that have a low risk appetite and want to make competitive returns while at the same time not having to give up an opportunity to secure their capital, and also their liquidity requirements can also be met. The two mutual funds that we're issuing is the Stanbic IBTC Money Market Fund and the Stanbic IBTC Bond Fund. The Stanbic IBTC Money Market Fund would invest 100% of its assets in low risk, high yielding money market instruments, including commercial papers, bankers' acceptance, and fixed deposits. The total offer size is 1 billion naira, and the minimum investment amount is 50,000 naira. The bond fund, on the other hand, would invest a significant amount of its capital in high-yielding bond instruments, including state and federal government bonds, euro bonds, and corporate bonds. The offer size that we're issuing is also 1 billion naira, and the minimum investment amount is 100,000. We think that this product is very ideal for low-risk investors that want to, as I mentioned earlier, continue to earn competitive returns on their investments.
Okay, if we could talk a little bit about the market now. You said it's lost 30% in the last year. When is the feeling that it's ever going to recover? Sorry, perhaps I'll repeat that question. You said that the NSE has lost 30% in the last year. When is the feeling that the market's going to recover in Nigeria?
I mean, our expectation is that the market should begin to recover in the second quarter or third quarter of 2010. Our reason for that is that, one, the CBN is putting measures in place to ensure transparency, and they're very aggressive about their banking sector reform. So we think that would have a positive impact on the capital market from 2010. Our second reason is that we've seen a recovery in global commodity prices, and Nigeria is a major oil exporter as well. And we think that this should help improve our fiscal environment. The third reason is that the CBN is also setting up an asset management company which would mop up the toxic assets on banks' balance sheet and would also free up liquidity for banks to begin lending to the real sector. Again, this should have a positive impact on the capital market from next year.
How difficult is it going to be to restore this confidence? I mean, some of the anecdotal evidence I have is that sometimes in Lagos, even bankers' guaranteed checks can bounce. I'm just saying, how difficult is it going to be to restore confidence in the banks when you've got? Sorry, when sometimes the anecdotal evidence I've got is that bankers' guaranteed checks can bounce. I've heard from Lagos. Okay, seems that we're.
I mean, It's obviously a major challenge trying to restore confidence in the banking sector, but we believe that CBN is on the right track. They've been very aggressive about the special examination to allow banks to disclose the total value of the bad assets on their balance sheets. And we believe that once this process is completed, it should allow banks to reposition themselves and start to lend, especially if the asset management company is successful and is also passed by the National Assembly.